Hey Heartland family, Pastor Ethan here with another Walk the Path video from Sunday's message. This week we talked about Matthew chapter 28 verses 1 through 15, which is the resurrection of Christ and the women going to the tomb and being sent and the soldiers being bribed to lie to the governor. And I think as we walk the path this week, I think there's a kind of a reality that we see in this section of the women being filled with fear as they know what Christ has told them to do. And we're going to get a lot more into this next week. But sometimes we know what Christ has told us to do, to go and tell, to speak, to pray, to love those who don't love us, right? And there's a fear. And as Jesus commands them, do not be afraid, right? But go and do. So I think this week, the challenge to walk the path would be, do not listen to your fear. And if you feel the Holy Spirit calling you, drawing you, to love on someone, to say something to someone, to ask someone if you could pray for them, go past the fear, step into that, take a step of faith, and see what God's going to do. Just like with these women. And I think the other example too is don't be afraid if you think you're unqualified. According to everything in their culture, these women would have been unqualified to do what Jesus told them to do. But when God calls you to do something, you do it. Right? And he's not looking at your qualifications. I think oftentimes he uses those who are the least qualified because then he gets the most credit. So keep that in mind as we step out in faith this week. We'll see you this upcoming week as we finish out the book of Matthew with the Great Commission.